All right, hey everyone. This is our new assignment for week two. You'll have 1 week to complete this, just like the last project. This hopefully should be a little bit easier than the first project. It's a type-based assignment, and a lot of the tools we're going to be using are tools that you already know from the first week of class. Hopefully it's a little bit easier for you. But let's get right into it. So this is the Illustrator, not portrait, just Calligram. I've changed the assignment a little bit, but so Illustrator Calligram, due Tuesday, June 9th. What is a calligram? So you can kind of see one over here on the right. I'm going to be showing you some other examples as well. A calligram is a body of text in which the typeface, calligraphy, or handwriting is arranged in a way that creates a visual image. So you've all seen these before. You may just not have known what they were called. The image created by the words expresses visually what the word or words say. In a poem, it manifests visually the theme presented by the text of the poem. So what you're going to do is basically the same thing. You're going to choose a written piece of language, whether that's a poem, lyrics from a song, a speech, really anything that you would like to choose. And then you're going to choose an image that corresponds in some way to the words and concepts of that written piece. You will then file place, go up to the file place just like in the last assignment, that image into your Illustrator document in the same way you did with your vector character. Then, using the tools you've learned in Illustrator, the ones you already know and the ones that I'm going to show you in the next video, create your own calligram using only colored text taken from your chosen piece. Yes, black and white are colors. And then a non-photo background, a one-color background is totally okay. So the examples I'm showing you pretty much all have a one-color background, so that is totally fine. Then, of course, just like this last week, you'll have a .ai Illustrator file that you'll send to me, and that'll be it. So tools to focus on, we already know selection, direct selection, and pen tool. We're going to be learning a little bit about the type tool, the create outlines function, which is a function of the type tool that allows us to turn type into shapes. We're going to learn the eraser tool, which is very simple, which will allow us to kind of mess with our letters even more if we need to. And then the color tools and view tools we already know. So only a few new tools and not too much outside of that. So you can see this cool dragon here. Color is obviously a big part of this thing. Forgive the low resolution photo here, but color is obviously a big part, and then you'll notice obviously that there's gaps in a lot of this text, right? You can still read it technically. You can still get in here and you can read all these words. So the gaps are necessary to show the letters, but you'll notice that for the most part, especially in the really important areas, people take the gaps and make them kind of as small as possible, right? So they're very minimal. And the less gap you have in between letters, generally the better your piece is going to read. You'll also notice how people sort of bend their letters to create depth, right? So we know this is a bullhorn. We know the bullhorn kind of curves in. So you can utilize your letters in a way that actually curve to the, you can see it here in the curvature of the outside of the bullhorn, right? You can, same thing with the fingers here, you can use your letters and curve them to fit the curvature of the shapes that you're describing. And that will actually create depth and three-dimensionality to these flat shapes. All right, so all these examples are in a folder on Blackboard, just like last week, as is the actual rubric for the piece. So go ahead and download the rubric, download these examples so you can see these. They are just JPEGs and not actually AI files, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Take a look at them, get some ideas, and then start picking your text piece. And check out the next video. And then in the tutorial video, we're going to learn all these tools, and I'm going to show you from scratch how to get started. All right.